Brandon Beemer acting twist in Bo Brady's fight for life and Sean's unthinkable decision. Soap opera fans, buckle up. The storm in Salem is far from over. In a recent and emotionally charged interview, Days of Our Lives star Brandon Beemer, Sean Douglas Brady may have let slip a bombshell, one that could upend everything viewers thought they knew about the harrowing situation surrounding Bo Brady. What began as a heart-wrenching tale of guilt, desperation, and father-son love has now exploded into a much darker and far more dangerous plotline. A stunning turn involving illegal actions, secret alliances, and possibly even death looms large over Salem, and it all centers on Sean. A father on the brink. Bo Brady, Peter Reckel, has been languishing in a long-term care facility battling for his life. After a tragic incident in which Sean accidentally shot his own father, guilt has consumed him. The bullet may not have been fatal, but complications from the injury led to sepsis, a deadly and swift-moving infection. And now Bo is dying. For weeks, Bo's loved ones have been clinging to hope. Doctors have tried everything, but traditional medicine has failed. With time running out, Kayla, Mary Beth Evans, ever the determined doctor and loving sister, discovered a potential breakthrough. A serum developed by Dr. Russell Michael Dietz that might save Bo's life. But there's a catch. The serum is still in experimental stages. It hasn't cleared animal testing. It hasn't seen a single clinical trial. It's dangerous, unapproved, and most crucially, illegal to use on a human. Dr. Russell has refused to authorize its use, warning that distributing it would jeopardize future trials and lives. "If I let Kayla use this and the FDA finds out," he reportedly said, "the serum's research will be shut down permanently. No one wins." Kayla backs down. But Sean? He snaps. Brandon Beemer's shocking confession in an interview with Soap Opera Digest. Brandon Beemer may have revealed more than intended when he passionately described Sean's mindset. His job didn't matter to him. His father's life mattered, Beemer declared. And then came the truly staggering part. Beemer admitted that Sean was willing to do anything to save Bo, even break the law, risk arrest, and sabotage his own future. Sean needed to be part of it, Beemer emphasized. If he could save his father's life, if he could be the reason Bo lives, it would wash away the guilt. It would make everything worth it. So what does whatever it takes really mean? That's where things take a dangerously dramatic turn. The crime that could destroy him. In upcoming episodes, viewers will reportedly see Sean and Stephen Nichols, team up in a high-stakes, off-the-books mission. Their goal? Steal the serum. Sneak into a secure lab. Forge identities, break security systems, whatever it takes. This isn't a soap-level mischief plot. This is full-on felony territory. And the shock doesn't stop there. A source close to the production suggests that the serum heist may not go according to plan. In fact, someone dies during the operation. There's speculation that a lab tech who catches them in the act might be accidentally killed in the chaos. If this is true, then Sean's desperate act won't just be illegal, it'll become tragic on a whole new level. Will Sean be able to live with himself if someone else dies trying to undo the damage of his earlier mistake? Bo's fate and the unthinkable twist. In a surprising twist, another layer of drama has begun to unravel. According to behind-the-scenes whispers, Bo may not have needed the serum at all. There's growing speculation that Bo's condition had already begun improving naturally, a miraculous turn that Kayla might have missed. If that's true and Bo would have lived without the serum, then Sean's risky act won't just be criminal, it will be pointless. Worse, if someone died during the theft, Sean might find himself facing prison time for a cure that wasn't even necessary. Imagine the fallout. Sean behind bars, stripped of his badge, his reputation destroyed, and Bo waking up with no memory of the shooting, begging to see the son who's now a fugitive or a convict. This is the kind of emotional devastation Days of Our Lives was built on. E.J. DiMera enters the picture? Adding fuel to the fire, there are rumors that E.J. DiMera, Dan Feuerriegel, has caught wind of Sean and Steve's secret plot, and he may be using it for his own twisted ends. If E.J. exposes Sean, it could be the end. But if he helps them, it might only be because he's setting Sean up for a bigger fall down the line. Brandon Beemer hinted cryptically, "There's more going on than we realize. Sean thinks he's doing the right thing. But he may not be the only one with a plan. Redemption or ruin." Fans are now left wondering, will Sean be a hero or a villain by the time this is over? Will Bo live to embrace the son who risked everything for him? Or will he wake to a new nightmare? Knowing his son traded his freedom for a ghost of hope? There are no easy answers, only hard choices. And if what Brandon Beemer revealed is any indication, the hardest choices, and most shocking consequences are still to come. Stay tuned, because in Salem, love may heal, but guilt, secrets, and desperation can kill. Coming up on Days of Our Lives. Tension rises as Alex and Xander form a fragile alliance. Philip becomes the target, and Gabby demands her $15,000 worth. Salem is never short on secrets, schemes, and shifting alliances. And this time, it's the volatile triangle between Alex, Xander, and Philip that's ready to erupt. What starts as a simple business collaboration quickly spirals into a tangled web of deception, mistrust, and unexpected romance. With Gabby demanding a lavish date she paid for, Philip listening in from the shadows, and the Beemer empire on the edge of a financial shakeup, the pressure is building. And when two powerful men who don't trust each other are forced to work side by side, you can bet something explosive is coming. Let's dive into the dramatic developments you can expect next on Days of Our Lives. Alex hunts for a way to banish Philip. Without risking Beemer, Alex is a man on a mission, and that mission has one target, his brother Philip. He arrives at the Beemer mansion where Xander is already working, carrying with him not just strategy but a grudge, and possibly a plan. His objective? Find a way to sideline Philip once and for all, but do it in a way that doesn't damage the Beemer legacy. After all, the family empire must remain intact. But Alex knows he can't do this alone, and that's where Xander comes in. The problem is, Xander doesn't trust Alex one bit, and for good reason. A tense truce between rivals despite their complicated history, Alex is determined to win Xander's cooperation. He looks Xander in the eye and delivers a sincere-sounding apology. Again, it's not the first time he said he's sorry, but this time, he adds a solemn promise. He'll earn Xander's trust, and more importantly, he swears to never keep secrets again. Xander listens, unmoved at first. He's no stranger to betrayal, and he knows words are cheap. But there's something in Alex's tone, perhaps desperation, perhaps sincerity, that makes Xander pause. After a long beat, he extends his hand. The two shake, forming a fragile alliance built not on friendship but on necessity. Moments later, Xander excuses himself and heads upstairs in search of a file, leaving Alex alone in the office just in time for another storm to roll in. Gabby's pricey demand. $15,000 for a date. Before Alex can catch his breath, his phone buzzes. It's Gabby, reminding him of a promise he'd perhaps hoped she'd forget. She's calling about the auction, the one where she bid a staggering $15,000 to win a date with him. And now she's ready to cash in. With her signature sass, Gabby lays it out. She doesn't want a simple dinner. She's expecting something extravagant, something dramatic. Maybe a hot air balloon ride. Maybe a weekend getaway to a private island. She doesn't care what it is as long as it's big. Alex, already at the end of his rope, swallows his irritation and makes it clear it's not a real date. Gabby smirks. I know, she says coolly. But I paid $15,000, remember? So figure it out. The message is clear. Whether romantic or not, she expects an experience worthy of her investment. Philip eavesdrops. And Gabby plays with fire as Gabby hangs up. She's unaware that Philip has just walked back into the room and overheard the tail end of the call. The price tag for the date stops him in his tracks. $15,000? He says, clearly surprised. Gabby, ever the flirt and always one step ahead, shrugs and offers a sly smile. You never know, she teases. Sparks fly when you least expect it. Philip raises an eyebrow, seemingly amused but clearly intrigued. Gabby knows exactly what she's doing, dropping just enough heat to keep him curious, maybe even jealous. She then turns the conversation to something mundane, telling Philip to retrieve his laptop from the trash. It's a sharp transition, showing that while Gabby might play coy, she's also in control. She tries calling for Javi to clean up the mess, but he's mysteriously disappeared. Another minor twist, but in Salem, even a missing assistant can become a major problem later. The fundraiser fails and Alex begins to crack when Xander returns downstairs. He finds Alex in a visibly sour mood. The pressure of organizing Gabby's over-the-top date, combined with the realization that their recent fundraiser failed to raise enough money to save the hospital, has pushed him close to the edge. Xander, always one to speak his mind, floats an idea. What if they buy the hospital? It's a bold move, but Alex quickly shoots it down. They simply can't free up the assets needed. especially not with the looming takeover of Beemer complicating the financial landscape. The frustration continues to mount. Selling the empire, but saving its heart as tempers cool slightly, the two men shift gears to talk business. Specifically, which divisions of Beemer they might be able to sell to raise capital. The stakes are high. Every choice carries risk. Every misstep could destabilize the company. After much debate, they come to a consensus, but Xander puts his foot down on one critical point: Beemer Pharmaceuticals stays. The division is too valuable both financially and strategically to lose. Alex agrees, but it's clear that the weight of these decisions is bearing down on both of them. What happens next? The calm before the storm, with alliances shaky and secrets still bubbling beneath the surface. This uneasy partnership between Alex and Xander is heading toward a breaking point. Philip, now suspicious and possibly jealous, could soon turn from observer to saboteur. Gabby, with her high-priced expectations and teasing provocations, might be stirring a romantic mess that none of them are ready to clean up. And through it all, the Beemer legacy, long thought unshakable, is starting to show cracks. Will Alex and Xander's alliance survive the mounting pressure? Can they oust Philip without starting a war? Will Gabby's $15,000 date end with champagne or chaos? And what secrets are still hiding in the shadows, waiting to explode? Salem's game of power, passion, and betrayal has just been reset, and the next moves will change everything.